Good Monday, traders. Victor with you here from the Forexbot Trading Academy, and we're back with a new trade idea this first trading day of the week. And I hope you enjoyed the weekend, had a good rest. Time to start looking into the market as the action has been started. Today we will be looking at the New Zealand versus Swiss franc currency pair. And this is a continuation of the Swiss franc saga. All in all, still believe that Swiss franc will be correcting down and will be moving against other major fiat currencies in the direction of the weak Swiss franc. And what we have here in terms of the price action. First off, I want to draw your attention on this simple channel, and the important point here is the breakout of this channel. Break below this is the breakout point. As we can see, after the breakout point, price corrected up, rejected 200 exponential moving average. There was a double top produced, spike higher the previous one, although clearly double top rejection of the moving average, and there was a move to the downside. We have applied here the fibs that 50% retracement level is right at the breakout point of this channel, ascending channel, and the downside target of the breakout has been cleanly rejected. There was a clean bounce, price produced spike, then bounced again, then spike again. Overall, you can see there is a massive support here, double bottom, or even four bounces of this support, as we can see on the lower time frame. And at the same time, RCI has formed a bullish divergence. If I go to the 4-hour chart, we see similar picture, bullish divergence. And here we had a breakout of the channel, and this was also a breakout of the 200 exponential moving average, slightly lower. Now, in regards to the upside potential, moving back to the 1-hour chart. So this current point seems to be quite interesting, because price has started to produce higher highs and higher lows. We can see the breakout of the downtrend trend line. The ideal point would have been at this price. I will just mark it. And if it gets lower, that would make it quite good, because this is the actual breakout. I think even higher could be a good idea. So around this level. So I placed it at this stage because this is where I'm starting to record a video, and this was the price I placed. I don't think there will be any spikes below this support that has been formed below this low at 0.6044, and I do expect this move to the upside. Now the resistance is seen here at 0.6129. This resistance is confirmed by 2 fibs. I have applied fibs to the overall downtrend. I have taken this point because on a daily chart, if I zoom it, we can see that this was the top and price failed to close above. So here was a produced double top and price went down. If we move now back to the 1-hour chart, we can see that here is that 50% retracement from this overall downtrend. And I've applied another fibs to this corrective move to the upside. And if I just move it, you will be able to see that 61.8 fibs corresponds cleanly to this level. And we have the key resistance at 61.29. This makes the area between the breakout point 61.35 and 61.29 a very strong resistance. And this is where I expect price to be heading towards in the next couple of days. The move is quite small. It's around 60 pips overall. This could be quite a fast upside swing. And we will see how it goes. Obviously, the trade might go against us, but this is the setup for today. And also, let's move on to the previous ideas that we had. Also, Swiss franc related, Australian dollar, and of course, analysis on the gold. Australian Swiss franc still remains at the same spot. No major moves here. Up, down. We can see that there are no trend, summer holidays, and it continues. It might continue for another month or so, that there will be no clear direction. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, this idea got invalidated, but guys, I do believe we will still see the decline towards the key support, this support that I mentioned previously, one of these two levels. I will keep this idea open. I don't think there will be a closing price above, but there might be a spike above this high. So no closing, but spike is possible. I will keep this idea in the watch list, and we will be just watching what's gonna happen. Euro Swiss franc, it's moving on slowly, currently is in a green zone, and what we could see is basically move towards the upside, where the uptrend trend line will be acting as the resistance. If that's the case, this target could be reached tomorrow. Australian versus New Zealand dollar, this idea currently also in green zone, slightly moving towards the support level. And if we look at the also New Zealand Swiss franc, it corresponds to this idea Australia New Zealand, because we have Australia New Zealand down, which means that either Australian will be going down harder or New Zealand will be growing stronger than Australian dollar. And we also have Australian dollar, Swiss franc to the upside, and New Zealand Swiss franc to the upside, and Australia and New Zealand to the downside. This all setup means that New Zealand Swiss franc could be the strongest mover here amongst these three currency pairs. And we have obviously Euro Swiss franc, which emphasizes the weakness of the Swiss franc overall. Although some ideas got invalidated on the Swiss franc, the main thing, guys, I still believe that the Swiss franc will be losing in value. And let's look now at the gold. We see that there was a fourth attempt to break above this resistance. It failed, and I still can expect this spike to the upside. I can expect price to reach $2,000 per 1 troy ounce, although currently there is a massive resistance forming here. And I think this should result in at least corrector wave to the 1936, which is the first support, and with the final downside support being at 1866. And price can get even much lower, I think, towards 1800 or so, but we are still to see what's gonna happen. But based on the Swiss franc analysis, which follows the gold, it seems that the gold will be correcting very soon. We will be watching all these ideas. I will get back to you on everything tomorrow. Obviously, we will go through once again. Before we finish, I would like to remind you that all the information provided here was for educational purpose only and should never be considered as a financial advice. Hope you enjoyed the video. Smash your likes, comments, questions, always appreciated, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day and a profitable trading.